Hello everyone, welcome to another review. Let's do this with that.
How y'all doing?
Today we're reviewing Spider-Man Across the Spider-Verse, released in 2023. This is the sequel to Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, released in 2018. Dad, what is your review of the movie?
As far as the art style and like the voice actors, the most of the story, as far as outside of his home life, it was good. But as far as his home life and as far as the person, that stuff was terrible.
I love the movie. I thought it was great.
I guess so.
I understand why you have an issue with it, and I probably have an issue with it.
But that's what I'm saying. How can it be great if you had an issue with it? Like, yeah. But I don't mean
Let's
to
get to
it. Yeah, get into this.
The film starts with a recap from Spider-Gwen. Her best friend, Peter Parker, thanks to all his getting bullied and stuff, turned himself into a lizard, attacked their school's, what's it called? What's that thing? Prom.
Yeah.
And in a fight with him and due to serum, he died.
Yeah.
Her dad got on the scene, thought her name Spider Ghost killed him, and now she's wanted from the police. She's basically, and also she missed Miles. But she goes to her daily routine, listens to the police radio, head to the art gallery since there's an event there.
Yeah.
Goes in and fights the Vulture, but not her Vulture. He's like old. He looks like he was created by what's his name, Da Vinci.
It was like a way different art style.
And he was speaking in Italian.
Guys.
And he was talking about how he was just sucked here from, I guess, relaxing or whatever he was doing.
And then he looked crazy to her too. She was like, "Why do you look like that?" What go?
Basically, he becomes a little too much, I guess, for her.
Why you say that? But go.
He was gonna try and kill her, but she wasn't gonna die probably. And then we see a portal open and Miguel O'Hara shows up. He's Spider-Man 2099. He basically helps with her fighting. I like that he rips off the Vulture's arm or something, right?
Yeah.
But he's able to rebuild it back, and you see it being drawn and stuff. And the bottom has a caption. What's it called? Hammer Force, saying a character can fix himself.
So yeah, but that's what I liked about the movie. Definitely how the art style, switching the colors and
Eventually, he became too much for both Miguel and Gwen, so they call in Jessica Drew, Spider-Woman.
Yeah, I like that.
They all take down Vulture.
Black lady on the motorcycle, right? Yeah.
She's pregnant while she's doing this.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I also saw an interesting scene. Miguel was about to bite the Vulture or something when they was in the air, but the police stopped him.
Yeah.
I wanted to know what was with that.
He a vampire.
In the comics, he's not a vampire. He has bat in him. He has vampire bat in him, but he's not Dracula or nothing like that.
Well, shoot, that vampire bat the thirst must be taking over. Cause I wanted to say something the whole movie. I
think he shoots himself with green stuff later, if I remember correctly. So maybe
calm down the thirst or something.
But basically, they defeat Vulture, and Gwen is injured. People take her with them. We catch up with Miles. In a year and some months has passed. He's been Spider-Man fighting all his villains and stuff, right?
Hold on, didn't her father? Oh, we don't see that yet. When her father catch up with her.
No. Okay. He's talking about how he misses his friends, from the first movie, especially Gwen. And then he runs into this weird villain called the Spot. This man is a Dalmatian, no face or nothing like that.
Yeah.
He's just he was drawn. You also saw that? I like to mention on his character you can see the blue lines of where it'll begin to get sketched.
Yeah, it did.
He's but each of his what's it called? Spots on him are portals. Yeah. He can take them off him and put it on something to get inside. But basically he can move stuff around. So there's this cool fight.
He's not that smart neither though.
No, he's dumb first.
I ain't gonna say dumb, but he's not that smart. But go.
I'll bring that up later. He has this cool fight with Spider-Man around the city. Since Miles is running late for a parent-teacher something.
Parent-teacher conference.
And they're talking great things about him while He's fighting the vulture around the city, trying to catch up with them.
Parents talking great things about him. Yeah,
and the teacher's giving them this weird face.
He's
Eventually, he's able to tie this guy up, and he has to leave. It's funny what the spot says, come back to your nemesis. I just want to basically, he's in the parent-teachers conference. They're talking about what does he want with his life, since no one really knows what he wants. He's the only one who truly, I guess, knows.
I mean, that's who's supposed to know. It's my life. The
counselor says some weird thing like, my job is supposed to like tell them what their path could be with them and blah blah blah. Miles leaves, then her husband leaves, and the teacher's like, you know he's lying to you, right?
No, Miles.
Remember?
Yeah, but I thought you was gonna say when Miles. Oh, you was talking about. Yeah, I thought you was gonna bring up the part when she was talking. Oh, he got a B and.
Oh, that was funny to me.
Yeah.
He got a B in Spanish to his mom, who's Puerto Rican.
What about his Black American arts? They ain't bring up that class.
Oh. But anyway, I found it funny. In the background, actually, while they're talking, you would see like the spot in the background, doing stuff. Miles eventually sees this and has to leave. And since the supervillain and Spider-Man's on the ground, her husband has to go too. Nothing to the cops.
It's like the father can't even talk. He just go off with the mother say.
They're weird.
No, maybe because I mean, she probably the leader. He changed his name from Davis to Morales, so that's kind of crazy. But this weird new world, I guess it's normal. Sure. But go ahead.
Miles eventually, chases the spot to what's that called? Kingpin's building from the first movie. And he's like, "You created me." Remember, because in the first movie he said, when Peter was training him, he said, "Grab that bagel." Get him that guy with it. That was the spot.
The spot, yeah.
And during their reaction, he touched, I don't know why he did this, a black hole appeared in his little office, control area for the collider.
Yeah.
I hope you remember the first story.
Yeah.
And like an idiot, he touches it. Who touches something that appears out random that you don't even know what it is?
He tripping.
And it turned him into this. Plus the explosion. That helped. So he's like, I created you, and you created me.
Yeah.
His dad killed me. Oh, sorry, why you create that guy? I'm not. He's talking crazy.
Yeah.
It's actually seems like that will happen.
Yeah, that's what I said.
I also want to bring up, like, every time the spot's coming out, everything's black and white. It's like, it's basic. It's not like huge levels of animation. It's like we're just starting the sketch.
Yeah, that's sweet.
It's a funny scene where he's like, he starts using his powers actually kind of scarily, like, opening portals and stuff. And eventually he drops himself into a portal, which never has happened. And while the spot's in his what's it called?
In the spot. Like in that
he's
wormhole, whatever he fell in.
It's interesting, he's just like blank, like he's just a person and he has a portal.
He inside himself, right? Because he was all these different portals.
I say he kicked himself in the butt and then dropped into himself. That's interesting. He goes to multiple realities. He goes to like a classic, like, I guess cartoon looking reality. Then he went to Ben's reality and that's Mrs. Chen, the store person. And then he went to a Lego reality. We'll come back to the Lego reality. To go back to Miles, he's chilling out. His parents are having a rooftop party since his dad's about to become captain of the police force. So they ask the simple thing: grab some cake. So he gets some cake. He fights some villains. He gets to the parents' thing late, of course, and they're mad since he keeps not being on time. And what's it called? He the cakes, instead of saying this heartfelt message Miles had, is "You suck."
Yeah.
And they basically get into an argument and they ground him.
But that's why I want to. Another thing, not to throw y'all. I'm trying to hurry up. But like his father, like he ain't even black no more, huh? Everything at the party is like, I love my Latino
community.
Yeah, everything at the party is Latino. And the only time they bring up black stuff is bad. They show his uncle is bad. Now his father name ain't even Davis no more. His name Morales. Like, when do a man take his wife's name? I let it slide with that Miles Morales crap.
But not.
I mean, because I guess she had him before they was married, so she gave him her last name. Then when they got married, they didn't change the name. I can go with it.
Interesting thing in the comic, she took his last name.
That's what I'm saying. Now it's weird, but
I also want to, since this is going to become a detail in the movie later. In the background, you can see a picture of his uncle.
He's great.
How great the black man was. He has the halo. He's like, this man saved the city.
Yeah, and saved Miles. But go ahead.
Also, I want to bring in this, since in the first one the dad was mad at the uncle, but now every time he's talking about it, you see he's about to cry.
Yeah, because he's mad their relationship it fell apart.
And probably mad he didn't even get to say
how he felt about him
until.
Well, only Miles probably know how he felt about his uncle.
True.
And maybe his wife.
I mean, he told him on his deathbed. But anyway, what's it called? They go back to the Lego reality since this is happening at the same time. Lego Peter Parker talking to Jonah James in his audio for Spider-Man, like either 1 to 3. Tobey Maguire.
Toby, yeah, I know.
He's like, yeah, blah blah blah. Goes to the bathroom, right? Rips off himself, rips off his clothes, and he's already Spider-Man, facing everything. It just goes.
Yeah.
And he's like, Miguel, what's it called?
Oh,
we have Anomaly. He's like, great job, Peter. You're one of our best.
Yeah.
And I just want to bring up that detail, because no one else in the movie, even Jessica, and she's supposed to be his right hand woman. No one else he says that to, you're the best stuff. He's angry when irritated.
Yeah, it's like they made a mistake. He's the only one that
even Jessica. But this little Lego, he's like, one of our best. And it means happy.
Yeah.
Spider-Gwen shows up in Miles' universe, They're happy to hang out and stuff. No, she has one of the wrist things with the Spider people. Mm-hmm. And she does a little thing. She gets away from Miles while they're swinging. She gets the spot went to I guess his apartment. I don't know. Mm-hmm. With some tech. She bugs the apartment or something. Did something over there. Put a device and went back to Miles, talking about how while Miles trying to get close to her, this interesting detail. She's like, every win, no matter what reality and stuff, they always take a fall.
Yeah.
And it's fun because I knew what she meant. But that's her excuse for not getting close to Miles. She meets his parents. They don't like her because I think it's because she's white. But not.
No, she's acting all sneaky. That's why they don't like her. Wow.
And two, she keeps calling them by their first names.
Yeah.
And the dad especially don't like it. So they ground. But the mom's like, "You like this girl?" They go, chase after her.
Yeah, if you like her, go after her.
Miles show up to the lab and goes invisible. So I have a question. So they can't sense him when he's invisible, like no Spider-Man?
Yeah, that's part of his gifts.
He basically finds out what the Spot did while she's finding out. He tried to recreate the portal thing that made him all spotty. Mm. And he went to make himself, I guess, more powerful. Yeah. And it semi-worked.
It definitely worked, because I think, didn't he realize that when he went inside himself? That's when he realized he could do more than just put spats on stuff and reaching in and do
rob them.
Yeah.
I also wanted to bring up something, since I find it accurate to the movie, what the director said. The Spot, his appearance evolves more as his character develops. So next time you see him, he has a giant hole in his stomach. Mm-hmm. So Miles, after Gwen gets her orders from her mentor, Jessica, she went to Spider-Man Indian Spider-Man India universe. Yeah. And Miles, falls after her.
What's his name?
Provincial Parker. Something like that. Yeah. That's actually his name. I think I'm just pronouncing it wrong.
Definitely pronouncing it wrong. I know that ain't. But go ahead.
But since Miles, from the rule from the first movie, since this is not Miles' reality, he starts glitching. And since he doesn't have one of those watches on, Gwen has, it's not.
And I remember she lied to him and said, it's only a select few that got it. It's about 2 million people who that got one.
And it's funnier since Miles has been Spider-Man for now, close to 2 years. Mm. Provincial Spider-Man India has only been Spider-Man for 3 months.
Yeah, he got one. But he's some type of, what is that like? It seems like he's some type of gymnast.
With his little wristbands and stuff.
Yeah, he's doing all that flipping like he might be walking on
I know people are probably gonna want us to mention the scene. They show up to the Spot, right? Who's going? He's trying to making himself more, I guess, spotty, powerful. Mm-hmm. They show up. He puts up a barricade. Miles can't get through it. He starts sapping the power. And then Spider-Man, what's his name? Spider-Punk show up. Yeah. By shooting, he's like, Miles, you have to use the wrist, not the fingers.
Yeah.
And the thing is, Gwen and him has been living together for however long she's been from her father.
That's my favorite person on the whole movie. Spider-Punk, outside of my band. Peter Parker, but even though Peter be on sucker shit. But
not the 616.
Yeah, but
he basically
Spider-Punk.
It kills me how jealous Michael is. She was wearing his sweater. He's like, Winnie, are those my shoes?
Yeah.
You left your toothbrush at my house.
Mm-hmm.
He basically has this power, like, if he hits his guitar, he can, like, send shockwaves or something like that. He's like Miles, who has, like, these extra gifts besides the regular.
And more importantly, he against the system.
Mm-hmm. He hates, what's it called? Consistency. He hates the system. He used to be on the runway, as he said.
Mm-hmm.
His name is Hobie Brown. So I'm going to start calling him Hobie from now on. They didn't beat the Spot. Mm-hmm. They also had this community scene where Spider-Man India, since, he's not experienced, he said, I guess the venture is done, which they know not to say since, something happened.
Yeah.
The Spot now is interesting. Instead of being, like, black and white, he's black and white. That sounds confusing. His main body's black, and it's, like, swirls, and he has white stuff. But he also is, like, it's like he's not even there, really. Because you can see him, like glitch and still be there.
That's why I said that art style, the drawing is
and
awesome.
Miles and him share a vision where basically they return to Miles' universe and Miles' dad died.
Yeah.
And Miles is now scared of this.
Mm-hmm.
But thanks to the Spot, basically Spider-Man India universe is being, destroyed since he destroyed this building. Miles saves Spider-Man India's captain, his girlfriend's captain, father.
Yeah.
And
basically like Gwen from the jump. Amazing Spider-Man with Andrew.
Andrew didn't save him.
Yeah, but
Andrew,
it's similar. But
Andrew wasn't supposed to save him. He turned against me. But now there's this like black stuff creeping into his universe, Spider-Man Indies. Mm-hmm. So your girl Jessica and a bunch of squads that have cameos like Last Stand Spider-Man and such, they're starting to plug it, something like that. Mm-hmm. And they're mad at Miles for some reason. Miles goes to the Spider base, like you said. They give him like a day, what's it called, ban.
Yeah.
You see all these references to Spider-Man. I want to point them out, but you probably won't let me. You have Ben Reilly, you have Spider Cowboy, Spider Knight, and such.
People want to be here for 5 hours. You can point all them people out.
I was only gonna bring up like 3, and I did.
Oh, okay.
They go to meet Miguel. Hobie reveals his face, and Miles is like, "Wow, you're cooler without the mask." He's like, "I was always this cool."
Yeah. And I like how he drawing different than everybody else.
He's constantly changing colors and such,
yeah.
and I guess like types of animation.
Yeah, because his body be looking like it's pieced together. I like that.
But also, he's constantly in Miles' corner, giving him little tips and saying, I got your
because
back.
he already know the snake move is up. He hip to what they gonna do.
And because in the elevator, he's like, "Gwen, have you told him?"
Yeah.
No. What?
Yeah, he's terrible.
He
teaches like he a dude and you ain't even hip to know what's going on.
He's also stealing little pieces of tech here and there. Not important. They go through this trophy case where you find the female Mysterio and the Spider-Man Prowler from live action Tom Holland's universe.
He in there too. I like that they threw live people and they real people.
Did he not recognize Miles? Since he said it's not rude that's there. Since Miles is like, it's like the first time he's seeing his uncle again, probably live.
But they from different
Earths. I guess.
Earths. He from Andrew Earth.
No, Tom. MCU.
I thought he was from. He is from Tom when Tom stuck him to the back of the trunk.
I like to
but
see
let's get past that.
Anyway, they have this machine. Yes, that's terrible. They have this machine that it looks like torture. That it basically sends you back to your reality through the DNA. Yeah. Spider-Man meets his new girl, Spider Bites, hologram black girl there.
Yeah.
And she's basically their tech support. She's probably one of the smartest ones there. They go see Miguel, and he's being all broody and stuff. You can see him looking at this picture of him and his daughter playing to him now, the breast. Mm-hmm. He's like, Miles Morales, I have a lot of problems thanks to you and that stunt you, Kingpin, pull. All these people are not here where they're supposed to be in the multiverse.
Mm-hmm.
They trap Miles in. Oh, my bad. Peter B. Parker shows up. And he basically is like, Miles, I had a baby. Mayday, Parker.
Mm-hmm.
And the funny thing is, you can find adult her from the comics walking around as well.
Yeah.
There's funny scene between Hobie and her because she pooped. And he's like, you pooped on the institution. I salute you. And it's clearly that Hobie and O'Hara doesn't like each other. Because Miguel is probably on his.
But Hobie don't give a fuck about.
You will go through the black suit thing, right?
Every
Spider-Man has their canon event. Miles lost his uncle. Gwen will lose her father. Blah blah blah.
Yeah.
They trapped him and basically saying, "But your canon event, one of your canon events is your dad needs to die, and you can't stop it." So they trap Miles in this thing, and they have people from the past movie, like Penny, show up and it's like, Miles, don't fight. But you can see that some of them are not with it. Using his electric power, he breaks out and he makes a run for it. And it's just this amazing scene of animation. This is why it took 4 years. They even have Metro Boom as a Spider-Man, Metro Spider. He's like, and I think he's actually helping Miles because he's like, nowhere to go. And then everyone gets distracted by him saying, nah, man, there was somewhere to go.
I guess if you think he was helping.
I think there's some.
I think
there's certain Spider-Mans that are with him and certain Spider-Mans that are against him.
The only one I thought was with him was Spider-Punk.
I mean, Spider-Man. I won't talk about that and later. I'll get to it.
Yeah, Peter.
We're not talking about Peter. Let's talk about Peter. I was talking about someone else.
No, but go ahead.
He basically gets chased, and Miguel keeps chasing him weirdly, like slamming him down. He's like, "You're a mistake.
Yeah.
You're supposed to be Spider-Man." There's probably something racial behind that. Well,
I don't know. They both Spanish, so I don't know why it would be something racial.
But Miguel's also Irish. But also, I want to bring up something about Miguel. He's not a perfect Spider-Man. He's technically not even like the rest of them. He doesn't have the spider power stuff. He has claws. He doesn't have spider sense.
That's what it's kind of more like a bat to me, but
he's not even really posted. It's weird for him to be doing all this and calling Spider-Man when he's not even there.
Yeah,
but anyway, Miles gets Peter turns against him a little, like, oh my baby, so they can trace him down.
Mm-hmm.
And eventually he basically leaves. And in this tense scene of Miguel trying to get to him, Spider-Pump could have stopped the machine from spinning Miles to his home, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you can see that she clearly slows down in how she's doing it. So
Spider-Pump?
I mean, Spider Bites.
I'm about to say.
I think it's clear she let Miles escape.
Yeah, I think he couldn't. The machine couldn't send him to. That's what you're talking about.
I'm gonna get to that.
Oh, go ahead.
He returns home, right? And Gwen gets home but before that, she has a conversation with her father.
Oh, that's my favorite part too of the movie.
I also want to talk about how each Spider-Man has their own different art style.
Yeah.
And hers is emotion based. Like when she left her father, you can see it turned back and it was rain, her crying.
Yeah, it was like she was crying on a rainy day or something. It was washing all the color out of the junk. I like that.
When she gets back, he's like, I left the police force. I'm sorry I tried to do that. You're my daughter. You're the best thing I have. Mm-hmm. And you see when she hugs him again, there's a burst of color going back.
Come back in.
Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. And he's like, oh yeah, some weird British dude I couldn't understand left this box for you. And something here's Winnie. And it's a teleportation device so she can get around without having to have Miguel stuff. Yeah, he actually kicked her out.
Yeah, GPS on his own. You know where she be at. Mm.
Kicked her out of the Spider Club and said go back home, knowing she might have been arrested.
Yeah, but I didn't care because you snaked your homie out for Miguel anyway. You ain't hip him to what's going on, so why would I care if Miguel threw you to the wolves? You deserved it.
Miles goes home, right, and I like the color change. It's green and purple, but we'll get back to that.
Why are we getting back to that? Why you bring it up? We'll go.
Gwen goes see Miles' parents because also Toad and my bad.
Spider-Pump.
No.
Oh.
Ben Reilly.
Oh yeah.
Your girl, whatever her name is, Jessica.
Mm-hmm.
And Miguel shows up in Miles' dimension, we had to stop him from saving his dad. So they're around his house, right? And Gwen takes Ben Reilly out, and her and Miles get in at the same time. But then you learn his mother opens his door, right? And then it's the reveal that he's not in his Earth.
Yeah, that's why I said you get into that. That's why I was talking about when you was talking about when they put him in the machine.
Mm-hmm.
And I told you that when we was watching the movie, he'd never be able to. That machine would never be able to send him back to his Earth because the spider that he got bit with is from another Earth. So he's a mixed breed. So it's no Earth for me. But go ahead.
I mean, there is an Earth for me.
I'm talking about far as that machine. It ain't an Earth for me. That because the machine supposed to break down your stuff inside you and tell you what Earth you belong to, but his DNA will be mixed all up because, like I said, the spider came from.
I assume it's not even going off of Miles' DNA. It's just going off what spider is in him. So like each Spider-Man, that's what they're designating by. Like Spider-Man, main comic Spider-Man, Spider had 616 on it. Whatever, Jessica had hers on it.
But all of them was from their world.
Mm-hmm.
All the spiders they got bit with from their world. His spider was from another dimension, so that's why I said his DNA would be mixed up, so they wouldn't be able to.
Miles' Earth is 1610.
Yeah, whatever.
16.
And that spider was from.
Oh, that's the reference. Oh, okay, I get it. It's a reference to his original Earth, Ultimate Universe, like Ultimate Avengers. So.
Yeah,
but anyway, he gets capped because in this world his dad died. Because it's funny since why I was talking about the mirror.
Yeah, that was a.
And his uncle Aaron's alive. And the world's basically run by the Sinister Six or something, like the Sinister Six cartel. He gets knocked out, and he thinks his uncle Aaron the Prowler, which he's not.
Because he's not. He think he's back in his original.
I mean, I thought when he found out Uncle Aaron was.
Well, when he found Aaron was that he thought something was crazy. He didn't know what was up. But go, you right.
He gets knocked out, and the reveal is that the Spider-Man.
When he woke up, he's like, "You're the Thrasher or whatever."
Prowler. And the Prowler in this Earth is Miles Morales.
No, he is Miles.
And he has an accent to change it. But they also named him Miles G. Morales. Miles' name is actually G in both worlds, but they're using it to distinct them.
Mm.
And the funny thing is, in the flashback, you could see the spider that was about a bit, that Miles, gets teleported to this world by Alchemex or whatever, basically revealing that Miguel was wrong. That Miles was always going to be Spider-Man. Mm-hmm. It just then it was going to be a different one.
Yeah.
Since his world never had Peter Parker or something. And so by the end, there's a new Spider team. It's Penny, Spider-Noir, Spider-Ham, Peter Parker and his daughter, Spider-Man India. I think Hobie's going to show up later, and Gwen. And I think in the next movie that's going to come out, I think next year or two, the Prowler Spider-Man is going to join them to take, I guess, Miguel down and save his dad.
I don't know about that.
No?
Yeah, but I wonder if his father would be man enough to change his name back to...
That's all you care about?
Yeah, Jefferson Davis instead of Jefferson Morales.
That's the only...
Are we done with this whack movie?
Yes.
You see, I didn't do too much talking. This movie was trash. I'm against Miles Morales. Well, not Miles Morales. Well, yeah, Miles Morales, because whoever did this to Miles Morales did him a disservice.
Read the shirt. Follow the instructions on the shirt. But if you can't read...
No, shout out to...
Like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell.
One of our sponsors. Just wonderful. I weigh 9.9% of our shows, but today I ain't got it on. But he do. But yeah, support him.
And follow the instructions on the shirt.
Instagram.
Buy some of his stuff and follow the instructions.
Y'all have a nice one.